Okay, welcome back. This is a different spin on the Cinnamon Swirl Rosette pull that I'm trying. I've done a couple others. You'll have seen the other one I uploaded just recently. This one I'm doing on a little bit of what I call a marbled background. I did combine the black and the white to kind of give it this marbly textured look, just for something different, honestly. And this time, as you saw in my last video, I went ahead and just put on the twine dry. This time I'm going to go ahead and mix it and try to pull off as much as I can. What I want to avoid, as with any pull, is I want to avoid any kind of pooling of my paint because of course it makes dry time harder, but it also distorts your image. So I'm going to go ahead and try this. Again, I apologize that I can't do it where you can see it. I might actually try it this time once I get my string laid down. So again, if you're going to try this technique, I would highly suggest that you get as much of that paint that's going to be in that cup off that string so that you don't have a huge mess, and we're going to hope for the best. So give me a minute, I'll try to get this set up in landscape mode so it's better for you guys to see, and we'll go from there. Hang tight. Okay, I think I've got this set up at least halfway decent where I might be able to do this. I'm going to tell you right now that I prefer 110% to putting the string on prior. It is way easier, and of course you see that it curled and manipulated when it was inside there, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be happy with how this one comes out. But you do want to make sure you're touching your canvas, or whatever your pouring surface is. In my case, I typically don't pour on canvas. I prefer 12 by 12 vinyl tile. And yes, by vinyl tile, I mean vinyl tile that you put on the floor. I happen to get some at the Restore store about an hour from where I'm at. They are very simple. They're nothing fancy. I got 50 of them for $5. I'm actually going tomorrow. I will be picking up some more supplies. They work really well. They're flexible. They're malleable. They're amazing. And I offer some. I'm going to start framing some. But for the most part, I like the fact that they can be combined with other things. So anyway, we're going to give this a try. We're going to leave it on, and I'm going to see if I can make it pull. Of course, it might not come out as awesome. Sorry for the wobble, since I'm recording, because that always seems to work for me. So when you're pulling, you're going to want to pull away from it. And this is a metallic paint, and so I'm not sure how it's going to work out. You can see you're developing a little bit of a pool. The object is not to get too much. This is on a turntable, and I can do that here. I'm going to try to spread this out as much as I can. So not a lot of my purple is pulling through. It's more picking up the white marbling that I left on the bottom, which is okay. Not quite what I had hoped for, but we'll get there. Not completely miserable with it either. It'll be more of like a phantom swirl because it will definitely be darker. And you can draw this out as much as you want to, or as tight as you want to. It's just how big you want your swirl to be. I'm going to go back in just a hair and pull that around. Okay, and then you just lift it off. So again, I don't know if you can actually see that. It's actually pretty neat. It does have some purple swirl in it, but it did pick up a whole lot there. I'm not sure I'm 100% happy with it. I may go over and pour again with a little bit of a darker purple. So I think we're going to wait on that. I'm going to go ahead and maybe leave it as it is, and maybe I'll swirl it back the other direction. So hang on while I relay it. Okay, a little bit of a color switch. I did, of course, did metallic purple. It seemed to have gotten lost in my black. So because I'm a huge fan of black and red, and only typically in that color palette, I'm not a huge red fan in the first place. I'm going to reverse pull it, so you'll see that it is going this way, and so now I'm going to start pulling it this way and see if I can get some sort of a different combination. I did add some white there for some contrast. There is white underlay underneath that black anyway, so we'll see how that dries. But here we go. So let's see if we can do this. I feel like I can swoop it out a little bit more on the edges here, as where I'm going to have to get a little bit tighter when we get into the inside here. Okay, well, that's what we have. Not quite sure what I think of it, to be honest with you. I give it a little bit of a center here just for purpose, but this is what we get. I do like its depth. I'll probably go in and clear it up a little bit, but otherwise it's definitely artistic. All right, bye for now with nice dirty fingers, and thanks for watching.